Mr. Speaker, I oppose this bill.
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Shane Jones.
Mr. Speaker, as befits this bill, this contribution will be based on the dictum that less is more. I follow the presentation by the list member of Epsom, who has overlooked the fact that we won the election. We, as a part of enjoying the spoils of electoral victory, are changing in this important fashion the mandate of the Reserve Bank. We campaigned on it, Mr. Speaker. We articulated our perspectives before the electorate, and they blessed this side of the House. Such prescience across the maraes, the courtyards, the villages, indeed, the four winds of Aotearoa. The changes are not to be feared. They bring us into international best practice area. Because, Mr. Speaker, this is not a journey into the unknown. This is to link up a progressive, far-sighted government passing legislation that shows a great similarity to other reserve banks and their mandate that have moved away from this bare, sparse, barren approach reflective of Don Brash's stewardship of said bank. That is why we have introduced, Mr. Speaker, and we will be most certainly voting for it, a dual mandate, and that's to ensure that when decisions are made, the impact on the employment labour market is equally as important as to the interests of the moneylenders and the fiscal temples that pass for corporate New Zealand. We campaigned, Mr. Speaker, to change it, and we are now at the final hurdle, otherwise known as the third reading speeches, before such changes come to pass. And I make a prediction. The other side of the House, despite all their lamenting, they will not change it back, partly because they won't have the opportunity in the foreseeable future. But look, I don't want to get petty about this. There is an opportunity that it would spoil the occasion as we prepare for one of our members to move into life outside of politics, which is an improvement for qualities of the House that I currently enjoy. So we will be voting for this. There will be the ability for Treasury to have a non-voting member on the committee, and despite the fear-mongering and pretty tedious speeches from the other side of the House, our party has not a sliver of doubt this is the way forward. Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker.
The Right Honourable David Carter.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's my pleasure to take a brief